All right, hello guys. Welcome back for the 18Z run. Eating dinner as we speak. So if you hear any noises, that's probably why. Again, this is mainly for replayability. Um, Not really for like the live stream aspect, but some people do enjoy being on the live stream. This is the RGEM. It is trended east, west, and the NAM is further west as well. Go ahead and click on it so I can read any comments when they come in. What's up, man? Okay. Try to compare here. It's a little north. Just waiting for more hours. Okay, here we go. Can't see any differences so far. Had a big mistake, didn't get water. I have a dry throat now. It's pretty much identical to the NAM. NAM doesn't have the double barrel look though. Until about, well, it kind of doesn't have it. So Looks east. We'll see though. Okay. Well, now it looks a little west. I mean, there's something going on over there. I don't know what that is. But looks like the only difference is the eastern edge is the favoring one here for the stronger side. So yeah, that stays offshore. So no difference. It's not budging. I would say that's probably gonna, yeah. That's what I thought it would show. So big difference. Big difference there. The short range models are wanting to bring in a lot of mixing issues. I don't know why the GFS isn't doing the same. So we will see which one wins, I guess. This doesn't look to have any type of feature where I would think, oh, it's definitely going to be raining or anything. I mean, that is not too warm at all. You know, this isn't going to make a difference when the upper atmosphere is still below freezing. Maybe down here, perhaps you have an issue. But as long as you're north of that red line, I don't see where the issue is. Right. I can try to answer that for you. The NAM has a tiny bit more, but really the precip field is getting worse as it moves west. It's not actually becoming better for any areas, you know, west. And really for the people who are wishing it, you know, moves this way, it really just seems to be tearing apart as it actually goes that way. So you're really just wishing for nobody to get it. GFS has a solution where it's, you know, a blizzard-like conditions for pretty much everybody. That's going to be all the discussion pretty much anybody has. Obviously, CMC doesn't have a 18Z run, so it's just the GFS. Very interesting solution. And you can see by the end of it, okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at as far as depth. This is total snowfall, and depth, it just goes down a couple inches, obviously. Yeah. So interesting. Almost I wouldn't call it an east trend because it actually does go west, but it doesn't actually bring any of the bad things that, you know, trending west would warrant at all for anybody. I need to see. Yeah, that doesn't have me worried at all. GFS keeps it very, very cold. Basically, here is the only time it's like maybe mixing, but that's like, doesn't really matter. At that point, the storm hasn't really even started. Barely. So, yeah. So, I hope that gives everybody their answers for everything. Looks like you're a pretty big storm in Southern Virginia standards. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. I remember I don't know, we've done pretty well in past years except for these recent years. It's been kind of like icy mixes where we can we'll get like I think in the past 5 years we've gotten like 2 or 3 6 to 8 inch storms, but they're always ice on top, which is just so annoying. Um, because other areas will get 10 to 12, Williamsburg and stuff. 2010 got like 18 inches of snow, so we've seen blizzards before. I've chased blizzards before. The blizzard of 2015, I think, January. I went to Winchester where they picked up 50 inches of snow. I don't even know, like nothing, like 4 inches. Where I'm moving, it's like 50 inches though. So I'm not too worried. I just get what I can take and then I'm gonna move away and then move on from it. Yeah. I don't want a wing. You don't want any? No. I don't want no chicken wings. Okay. For northern areas. New Hampshire's, this is where I want to move. So they get a hefty, 4 inches. Can't complain, can't complain. I'd most likely live in the southern portion. Concord, Laconia, Manchester, somewhere in that area, maybe Keene, who knows. But been all up and down there. Within the next 5 years for sure. Um, no, it's more. Definitely more. This is 12Z. This is 18Z. 12Z, 18Z. So, hope that answers your question. Anyway, I'm going to be ending this soon. So unless you guys have any other questions. Wow, 6 viewers. That might be that might be a record, sadly. Very, very unimpressive, but that is probably my record. It's kind of sad. This. Do you think it'll trend further west still? I think it'll probably, uh, probably not. I think maybe the GFS will trend a bit west, but I think the rest of the models, as far as NAM, um, I don't. I definitely don't hope it trends west anymore. So I don't think it'll go as far as most people want it to. If that answers your question, I don't think this is a storm that'll. I think it's close to what it's going to be. All the predictions that are coming in, so I think we kind of have a finalized storm here. I don't think it's going to go like crazy far west. I think most people would want. Most people would want it a Richmond, D.C., New York City, through like interior New England bullseye. But that's so far. I just don't know at this point. I don't think it's possible. So, anybody has any more questions, I'm willing to answer. And I don't know what you mean by the Farmer's Almanac. Like, what exactly? Like, do they have a prediction for the storm, or? I'm eyeballing that. That looks crazy. See, I don't buy into those. Like, they always call something and it's just such a broad description that it seems like it's right, but I don't think you can forecast longer than like, especially the way they forecast. I don't think you can forecast like that far out at all, even close. I don't think you can forecast a month the way they forecast. I think you can forecast temperature in very broad terms, and I think precipitation in very broad terms. I don't think you can predict like snowy with cold shots. I don't think all that. I don't believe in all that. Basically, I used to when I was younger. I used to do it for fun, but I don't think that it's even possible at this point. And if you call the same thing a few times in a row, you could get it right eventually. But Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. See you for the 0Z at 10. Hope you'll be there.